Hello all. As a continuation of my lecture series after SCADA and artificial intelligence, now we are going to discuss about smart grid technology, which is another important topic in power system analysis. So nowadays people used to tell smart grid, microgrid, and these words are nowadays becoming famous. What is smart grid technology is, in this content we are going to deal with electrical grid, smart grid, need for smart grid, benefits of smart grid and difference between conventional and smart grid, and types of smart grid and challenges in smart grid. So starting with the introduction, we are going to end with the challenges in smart grid. So let us go with the session. So what is electrical grid is, we have already discussed, like it is a network of transmission lines, substations, transformers and more that deliver electricity from the power plant to our home. So this is what we call it as electrical grid. Coming to smart grid. So the difference between electrical grid and smart grid is clearly shown in the picture. So smart grid is it's also an electrical grid which includes a variety of operational and energy measures, including smart meters, smart appliances. So everything is becoming smart. So which will increase the efficiency of the system, which will help our TNEB also. So what is the need for smart grid is, first we have to satisfy the increased demand of growing population. So the population is very high in India, so we have to plan for the electrical supply also. So it is first to increase the demand of growing population, to minimize the transmission and distribution losses, yes, and to integrate the renewable energy sources into the system, to reduce the dependency over the fossil fuel and good pollution free energy. So nowadays we have thermal power plants, but it is of pollution. The raw material needed is also very high. So if we go with smart grid or renewable energies, so it is going to be a green energy without pollution, and also the less amount of fuel is used. To set up a communication channel between utility and the consumer, to make fault detection convenient, for cyber security and for energy storage. And these are the main important needs if we go with smart grid, and we are going to satisfy. So what are all the benefits of a smart grid? If we go with smart grid, it is very economic, it is very efficient, it is very environmental friendly, it is security, safety and reliability. So all these are the important benefits of smart grid. And coming to conventional grid and smart grid, we have a difference. Yes, everything before 10 years is different and now it is different, right? So we have a difference between the traditional grid and smart grid. So traditional grid is electric machinery, but smart grid is digital. Traditional grid is one-way communication, but now it is two-way. Everything had a feedback. Now we are going to correct that feedback with the help of SCADA or with the help of PLC or with the help of any controllers. So that system is becoming easy. A small number of sensors are used, but nowadays full grid sensor layout, are doing everything. And in traditional grid, centralized power generation, yes, but smart grid is distributed power generation, so that they can generate power for them particular area, so that it is distributed. The work is becoming less complex, and it is manual monitoring nowadays or automatic monitoring. Traditional grid, manual recovery, it is automatic recovery. Failures and power outages are the main drawback, but in smart grid, adaptive and unlanded, it is separate. Traditional grid, it is a few user operations, but smart grid is more user operations. So this is the basic difference between conventional grid and smart grid. So from this difference, we can clearly see that how technology is improving and we are moving forward. So coming to challenges in smart grid. So smart grid equipments, communication systems, cyber security, energy storage system, consumer participation and reliability are the main challenges in a smart grid. So we have to go with smart equipment, we have to go with communication systems, cyber security, energy storage systems, consumer participation and reliability. And coming to the assessment, the demand of energy in India is going to rise by 500%. It's true or false? Yes, obviously it is true. And which governing body is in charge of the role out of smart grids in India is We have four things: ISGF, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Power, and all the above. So the governing body is ISGF and Ministry of Defense. Thank you.